Hi everyone, Annette Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really cool pop-up box card. You have a link to the measurements in the description under the video, and you see that we have piece A and piece B. We're going to start with a little bit of scoring. So I'm going to bring my scoreboard, and we are going to start with piece A. And we're going to score it at 1/2 inch and 3.5 inches. Again, you have all the measurements in the cutting guide that you can download for free from the link in the description under the video. Then we're going to turn it at on the long side. We're going to score at 1/2 inch, 3.5, and 6.5. So this was piece A. And we're going to fold and then cut, so you need to follow me very carefully. You also have a diagram in the description in the cutting guide that you can download, so you'll see exactly what you need to do. So basically what we have are 6 squares, and then we have a tab on the top and on the left. So we're going to start making diagonal lines from where the score line meet to this first score line on the right. This is our first diagonal line. You see on the left on the top where the score line meets to the first score line. So we're going to use a pencil, and we're going to go with the line all the way to the edge, like that. Our second line is from this point to this point. Again, from that score line to the center score line, like this. And our last line is from here, where the score line meets, all the way to the diagonal to the other corner of the square, and going all the way to the edge, like this. Again, you have a diagram. And then finally, from where the score line meets, we're just going to have a line, diagonal line on the top left corner. Now we're going to cut along the diagonal lines. Doing it with the scissors. You can do it with a craft knife if you want. We are cutting along the score line, the pencil lines that we drew, all the diagonal lines. And then the last line that goes in the middle, we're going to cut along the line until we reach the point where we meet our vertical score line, and then we cut along that score line, like this. So basically, this is the shape that you should have. Really weird shape. Now what we're going to do is take the bottom triangle and fold it to the back, like this. And then this point, we're going to fold it to the center where the two diagonal score line meet, all the way to the edge, like this. I'm going to fold it to create a middle horizontal fold line. Basically, this is what we have. Then we need to fold the bottom of the triangle, aligning it with the side like this to the top. These are all the folds that we need to make. So this was piece A. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, or more or less, on piece B. First, we're going to score on the short side at 1/2 inch, 3.5, and 6.5. And then we're going to turn it 90 degrees, and on the long side score at 3 inches and 6 inches. Now again, we need to draw some diagonal lines with the pencil and ruler. Now we have two tabs on the right and on the left, not like the top and the left we did before. But again, we're going to go diagonally from the top center of the square all the way to where the score line meets, then all the way to the edge, and on the bottom from the center to the corner of the square all the way to the edge, and in the center where the two score line meets all the way to the other corner of the square and to the edge, and again here in the corner just the corner of the score line. Again, you have a diagram, very clear diagram in the instructions, so you can go ahead and look at that. We're going to cut along the diagonal lines, including that little corner there, and then along the center diagonal line all the way to the vertical score line, and then cut along that. Basically, it's a very similar shape to what we did with the first piece A. Now to fold it, again we're taking the left triangle, folding it to the bottom, and now we also have a tab on the right side. We're going to fold that behind as well, and this point will go all the way to this point, again to create a horizontal fold line. Always good to burnish it with your bone folder. And then finally we're going to turn it and fold our triangle along the straight line from point to point, like this. Okay, so these are the two pieces of the box, the pop-up box. They are almost the same. Now you see that we have a triangle here, a large triangle with a fold line in the center that divides it to two small triangles. What we're going to do is mark a point that goes around 1/4 of an inch from the edge, the bottom edge, and 1/4 of an inch from that vertical fold line in the center of the triangle. Now we're going to align the two shapes, just align the two triangles on the bottom right, and then the shapes are aligned. We're going to bring a crocodile or any kind of a circle punch that you have, a very small circle punch, and then create a little hole. Now we're going to fold each shape in half and repeat that. I'm going to mark it with a pencil because it's black on black and I can't see. Basically, we want to create another hole exactly the opposite on the other little triangle. So I'm going to punch it exactly on top of the first hole that I made. And now I have two little holes, one on each triangle. Again, I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other shape. Okay, so this is where our band is going to go, our plastic band. That was what's going to make the box pop. But how are we going to insert the band into the holes? What we're going to do is go a little bit to the left of one of the holes and cut about halfway, and then go diagonally all the way to the hole. You see, creating a little tab. We're going to do the exact same thing on the right side. Go about 1/4 of an inch to the right, cut about halfway, and then go diagonally to the hole. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other shape with the other two holes. We're basically created a path, an opening for the band to go. It's going to make sense in a minute, I promise. Now we're going to fold on all the fold lines that we didn't fold before. And then we're going to align our two shapes like this, with the straight line facing each other and the two triangles, one on each side. And you see that there is a tab here on one of the shapes, on the shapes of one on the left side. We're going to apply glue and then attach the right shape to the left shape on that little tab, aligning it exactly with the score line. That looks like a bat. We're going to flip it so the tab is going to be on the inside like this, so it won't be shown. Now we're going to fold the bottom along the straight fold lines like this on both sides. And then we're going to insert the triangle to the inside. You see there is a diagonal line here. We're going to fold it like this, inserting the triangle towards the inside. Going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm going to show you again. Fold like this, and then the other side as well. Now you see in the center there again there is a tab. So we're going to apply glue on this tab and attach the left side to the tab, the left edge, like this. We're creating a cube. This is going to be the pop-up cube that is going to pop out of the card. Just going over all the folds. Now this is what we have so far. And now we're going to insert the diagonal sides. Oops, have to wait until it's dry. We're going to insert the diagonal sides towards the inside, like this. This fold here and this fold here going to go on the inside like this. The other side as well. And now we can bring in our band, our plastic band. It's just a regular band that I got at Office Depot. I think it's about 1.5 inches wide. Yeah, 1.5 inches. And it needs to be strong. If you have a larger band, simply tie it. Now I'm inserting the band through that little cut that we made all the way to the hole on one side, to the both holes, and on the other side to the both of the holes. And this is what will create the pop-up effect. It's supposed to resist. Don't worry about that. Now we're going to fold on those two tabs, apply glue, just lay down the box flat, apply glue, and just attach the triangle to the tab and the other one as well. This is what closes the cube. Like this. Make sure it's completely dry so it won't fall apart. Then we're going to reopen it and flatten those sides in like this. And now we have our cube. When you push it down like this, you make the cube flat, and then you can insert it inside a card. Oops, see how it jumps? Next we're going to make the card, and it's going to jump out of the card, and that will be the pop-up box card. Isn't that fun? I'm going to fold or score my piece for the card. At 3 1/8 and 3 1/4, just to create a little spine. 3 1/8 and then 3 1/4, and then fold it like this. And then I'm going to cover my cube on all 4 sides, not the top and not the bottom. You can't cover that because it needs to close and open when it pops. So it needs to fold on itself. You actually can cut 4 small triangles and attach them to the top and the bottom, and they won't interfere with the folding if you want. I'm not going to do that. It's up to you if you want to. So I'm covering just the 4 straight sides. And then this is how it's going to be inserted in the card, like this. And then I'm going to take 1-inch strip, tie it or attach it around the card as a closure, just like a belly band, and cut off the excess. Then you can add a little embellishment to hide where the paper is attached. And then when you're going to open it, there will be a cube popping at you. That is so much fun. Really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss anything and you'll be able to follow all the tutorials and make all the projects. Isn't that fun? You open the card and then it pops at you. So it's really, really fun card. Of course, you can add writing on the cube. Just make sure you do it in the right direction. Let's see it again. Oops, it pops at you. Now, if you are a member of my channel, you will be able to follow the tutorial and make a really fun project, which is a drawer full of these cubes. And when you open it, they all pop up at you. So that is a really fun project only for my channel members. Click on the join button to become a member for only less than $5 a month, and you get really cool tutorials as an extra. So go ahead and join my channel. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.